This, I think, will be an interesting one.
Brothers, sisters, gender resistors. Look, we watched fucking Popeye. Joey, what the fuck was this?
Dude, no
R.I.P.
idea.
Shelley, all right?
Yes.
Yeah, Joey, stop picking movies that have people then die right after you picked them. What the fuck? Time of recording.
Time of recording, Shelley Duvall just passed away, like 2 days ago. Or 3 days ago, something like that. But yes, so Shelley Duvall, treasure. Really love her acting in The Shining. That's really about
definitely not this movie.
Could have went without her singing, but
I mean that. Yeah, could have went with. So I was unaware that Popeye from 1980 was a musical. Unaware.
Hey, guess what? Popeye from 1980 is a musical.
Yes, found out when they got to the second song.
Yeah, it was a musical. They don't warn you of that in any conceivable way.
Nope.
I thought. Sorry, there we go. I thought originally it was just gonna be like one or two songs, just a little jaunty tune. No, there's dance numbers. Kind of dance numbers. It's like choreographed running away from people.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. I was like, I was trying to figure out a way to describe the vibe of this movie, and it's like if Tim Burton did low fantasy steampunk themed Popeye.
Low fantasy steampunk themed Popeye. I don't know about the steampunk.
Well, because
maybe
they use. I mean, okay, a lot of ropes and pulleys, but I couldn't think of anything other than like.
Sure.
That's actually just how old things used to work before motors and.
Right, but like it has a very like shanty steampunk vibe.
Shanty would be more.
Yeah, I guess like shanty is more of what. This was fucking weird, man.
So
okay, you know what else was weird was Robin Williams with blonde hair.
That didn't bother me as much.
I wish they would have.
I was going to say that was the thing that bothered you the most about Robin Williams.
That was no. What bothered me was that they didn't just put him in a bald cap.
Oh, and then just have
because Popeye doesn't have any hair.
Yeah, he doesn't have hair.
Popeye's bald.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Popeye's definitely bald. That's a great point. That was uncomfortable. Now that I've processed that, I was more uncomfortable.
Also, his huge dick meat and forearms, they were kind of creepy. Not gonna lie,
they were not great.
His realistic forearms with natural hair.
Yeah, well, that was actually Robin Williams' hair through the prosthetics.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Funny enough, the prosthetics, according to IMDb, weren't done in time for some of the production, so that's why he's got his coat on for like half the movie, so they don't have to deal with the arms.
That makes sense. Why would you get something done in time for you to shoot them? You're working for the mouth, so you gotta stay on. This is technically a Disney movie.
This was a Disney production. I was surprised by that.
I was too.
If this is a Disney production, then why isn't it on fucking Disney Plus for free?
I think because they're trying to not distance themselves. Well, Robert Williams is definitely trying to distance himself from this movie.
Yeah, he kills us.
Wow.
Wait, is anybody in this cast still alive?
Is this the first movie where we watched where the entire cast is no longer alive?
No, there's a couple of them alive.
I know that baby's dead.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Dude, I'm in a really weird mood. So here's I didn't know there was a lot of unsettling things. This movie was unsettling, but not intentionally.
Like the accurate representation of the modern taxing system.
Yeah, holy shit! What the is that a real character in Popeye? See, I don't know a lot about Popeye.
I haven't seen. Yeah, same.
Obviously, Wimpy, Bruto.
Wimpy's still alive, by the way. The actor who played Wimpy's still alive.
Okay,
that's stupid.
Popeye's dad. See, I don't ever remember Olive Oil's family at all, so I don't know about that.
I felt like that was very.
Nana Oil's still alive.
Really?
Castor Oil's still alive.
Yeah, I like how they're all named after oils.
Rough House. I don't know. Let's see here. There is a. I mean.
Roughhouse was his brother.
I don't know. That's one thing I didn't know. I mean, like Ron was saying, I didn't know Olive had this so much extended family.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Okay,
although,
so
I'm pretty sure that Castor died when that one boxer like kicked him into nowhere. I don't care if he came back. That's a ghost. He's dead.
Yeah.
I have it on the kill count.
So the Jewish guy, because I'm assuming he was supposed to be Jewish.
The father or
the guy that was selling the carrots.
Yeah.
And like, okay, I don't think there's a more subtle way they could have, like
made that very clear that he was. Yeah. It was very much Walt Disney inspired. Let's put it that way.
Very for its time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, when Castor started talking about domestic violence against his possible future wife, whenever he got one, like holy shit! When they're sitting at the dinner table, and he's like, "Yeah, Olive Oil. If my wife acted like that, I'd give her a pop in the mouth or whatever." And it's like, holy shit, dude! Like, calm your shit.
I mean, isn't Popeye from the 40s or something? So that kind of tracks.
Yeah, it's very honeymooners.
Sure, I guess, but I mean,
that doesn't make it right.
Yeah,
and of course, 2024 lens, it looks real bad.
Oh, 30s. 1929 was when he was created. So yeah, that definitely was normal for back then.
Also, is it just me or is Olive a huge cunt in this movie?
Not great. Actually, nobody in this town.
She's just a terrible person. Like,
she's not a good person. She's unbelievably fucking annoying. I think the biggest, this movie was ultimately fine in the sense of I did not hate it to the level of Catwoman or it was fucking weird and unsettling, and I didn't really understand a lot of what was going on, mainly because
don't worry, neither did the writer or the cast. So
yeah, the fucking dialogue is atrocious because of these fucking accents. Which, by the way, did anyone else realize that the entire dialogue was redone?
I know Robin
put the entire
Williams,
dialogue in post.
Yeah, I know Robin Williams apparently was so inaudible because of his whatever
Popeye
dialect. He was trying to do, could not understand it, so he had to do a giant chunk, if not all, of his dialogue over again.
And it's very obvious because they don't even try to link it up.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that
syncing.
I think it was during the boxing scene.
Yeah,
where everything was like a second off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, is it just a bad copy on Tubi or Pluto TV or wherever the heck we watched it?
Yo, I'm willing to pay money now to get better stream. I'm glad Tubi exists for people who want to just stream for free. I will try to watch this on my phone.
35 fucking minutes of advertisements.
Yeah. It was every 15 minutes there was an advertisement.
It was every 7 minutes.
Mine was about. Mine felt, maybe it was 7. It didn't feel that close together, but holy shit. And now they're all the TV, because they're all the stuff that I see on cable too. So they were just bumping all of that over to these free.
Yeah, we're just paying for cable again. Because even all the services that we pay for still have commercials now.
Yeah,
I think the only one that doesn't is
Amazon
Hulu,
just
because
started doing it. Hulu.
Yeah.
No, Hulu does. You just
Hulu. You already, but they already had it set up to where it was if you pay the extra money, you don't get the commercials. That was their thing from the get-go.
But that's the same with Netflix. Netflix is now.
But see, Netflix was originally it was all about hey, ad-free TV. That was the whole point of Netflix. And now it's now you have to pay extra for the ad.
Exactly.
No, Hulu just used to be free, and then you had to watch the ads.
Right, and then it was $5.
Hulu started off as a free service.
Yeah,
and then you just had to watch ads in the middle of it, and I had no problem with that because
Hulu. Yeah, sure, yeah.
But my problem is I'm paying for a fucking service. I am paying for it. I don't want to fucking watch your goddamn fucking commercials because I'm already paying for the service, and you guys are already making so much money off of us. Go fuck yourselves, you pieces of shit. I hope you all die. Anyways.
So 10 minutes in, we already have our
Yeah, we went demonetized for this.
We did admit he said cut. So.
Yeah, that's true. Very realistically though, I think I double pay for Hulu because I have the normal Hulu and then I did the bundle with Disney to make it cheaper. But now I can't actually figure it out. But I think I get double charged. I get charged my old Hulu and then the bundle deal Hulu.
Well,
I think I have to manually. Yeah, I think I have to manually go in and do it, but that's really hard to do. It's like it's like a whole thing. But.
So I know. So I'm paying for Hulu, but then I think Emily with Disney Plus is on the package where we get Hulu there. So we're technically paying for 2 Hulus.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure yet. I'm also not totally sure you get the full Hulu experience. Like, I don't think you get everything that's on Hulu.
You do though. Because I've been popping over back and forth to just double check for some stuff.
And at this point, I need to pay for free Hulu because I try to watch The Bear, and every 7 minutes is a commercial, 8 minutes is a commercial.
I was gonna say the only difference is the Hulu on Disney Plus does have commercials, where I'm paying for the Hulu without commercials. On my Hulu
At this point, I go so because I'm a cheap bastard, and I guess I'll sit through commercials. But anyway.
I used to have no problem with commercials on Hulu, and then my dad was like, "Hey, so I'll pay for half of it for a year if you go without commercials." I'm like, I mean, you're older than me. You had to deal with commercials for longer. Why are you complaining about it? Come on. And now he's dead. So
yeah, I was gonna say, wow, way to get him to pay for that half. Papa Janero.
He paid for it before,
dick. Anyway, this movie was fucking weird.
The olive oil stuff was probably some of them, and I again love Shelley Duvall. Some of the most annoying. For example, we get the whole song with her. Apparently, she's marrying Bluto, or she's gonna be ready to be engaged by Bluto.
Yeah, which makes sense because that's how it usually works in the cartoons too. Is Popeye and Bluto are both in love with her, and then they fight over her.
I thought she was always with Popeye though.
After Popeye, beat the snot out of Bluto, or she was okay. Honestly, Olive Oil was always looking for the BBD. So,
okay,
is that how you magically adopt a kid?
What happened to
is that how you get a child? Yeah, what happened? How? Okay, there's a lot to unpack. Let's go back to the start. Let's go back to the fucking song that I've been singing for the last fucking 48 hours. Do you know I've had the one "He's large" stuck in my fucking head? There's only one way to get it out, Joey, and that's with a fucking bullet, man. It's lodged in there. It's not coming out.
I mean, that sucks. I at least have the Popeye theme song stuck in my head, so that's. I'll take that over the whatever the hell she was singing.
And he's large. What? Shut the fuck up! It's that there's only 4 lines in this fucking song. She just keeps repeating it, and then her sisters are fucking giggling at it, and he's large. Shut the fuck up! Fucking hated this movie. I didn't really hate this movie. It was just fucking weird and unsettling.
Sure, there's very small amount of good things in this movie. Very small amount. But it's not the worst movie I've ever seen.
True.
Just putting it out there.
Not the worst movie we watched on this podcast.
Correct. But I don't know. I did call that the Commandant was Popeye's dad immediately.
Oh yeah, it was very obvious.
Yeah.
So, question: is Popeye missing an eye, or does he just squint? Because they made it. I thought they were implying that
he was squinting.
Yeah, but they made it sound like he was missing an eye.
Yeah, that was definitely implied.
But then his dad, and then when he was talking with his dad, he's like, "Oh, you got the same eye as me. But we both squint." It's fucking weird, man.
I don't know.
It didn't make any sense.
A lot of this movie didn't make sense.
That's accurate.
Do you think this would have been if we were on drugs? Would it have made more sense? Is this the what's that movie? Pink Floyd movie, The Wall?
I still would have got annoyed by all the townspeople and just everything they were doing.
Yeah.
Like the antics, if you will, that they were doing. Like
it was supposed to be slapstick comedy, but it was just kind of not.
Like it was over the top. That's the problem. It was way over the top.
It was so fucking weird.
And it wasn't even good over the top slapstick comedy. It was just it was
like the guy,
I think it was supposed to make it look cartoonish.
Sure. But like it failed.
Like, I think my problem was I went into this thinking it was kind of my same like going in with Dick Tracy, which is like this is gonna be like I know the preconceived notions of this movie, and I was waiting for it to blow me away. And the majority of the time, I could feel my face, and it was a look of confusion. I'm just like, what the fuck is I'm so confused. Also, Robin Williams' fucking voice sucked. I hated it. It was annoying.
It was not. This was his first starring role in movies. Like he was on TV for forever. He had his first, exactly his first actual movie. He was I don't say a bit part, but he had a side part, a small role. This was his first starring role, and I'll be honest, how he got work after this is surprising.
I was going to say, it really speaks to how good of an actor he was.
Well, he had
by surviving this movie. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
His stand-up was always really good, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of so I didn't pay a lot of attention to this movie because I was also working on Rogue in the Hut while I was doing it. But
very good, by the way. Go look at our shop for a new shirt.
Yeah.
By this time.
Look at that. We are pumping out the shirts now, baby. We don't need patreon.com/professional casual. If you do want to help support the show, you can head there at the 301 tier. That helps us directly. We would love to finally get paid by the boss. That would be great. But if not, head over to our TeePublic store and get one of our shirts. Thank you.
By the way, Tim did finally get back to me. Apparently that was in the wrong chat.
Oh, thank God. So he just wasn't losing his mind.
I'm like, LOL, okay. And just left it at that.
Yep. We love you, buddy.
Yep.
Okay. We do.
Yep. Good luck, buddy. Anyway. All right. What are we doing? So this was a weird movie.
So at one point in time, we got the Olive Oil leaving the engagement party. Bluto shows up. It's mad that that Olive is nowhere to be seen, and then he starts destroying the house.
Yeah,
because why not?
Well,
because he's domestic violence.
Yeah, that's the proper way with a man.
If your wife's not there, you got to beat her around the house until she shows up, right? Like, isn't that the way it worked in the 1930s? I don't know.
Yeah, literally.
I guess.
There wasn't ready. You got smacked.
The actor Paul L. Smith, I recognize him from Maverick, the movie Maverick with Mel Gibson. He was the older war guy who was wanting to hunt humans or hunt Indians.
Yeah, the Russian.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
Recognize? Oh, I enjoy that movie.
Maverick's a pretty good movie. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right.
I mean, it's kind of stupid, but it's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Doc Ock's in it.
I love his character in this one too.
Yeah.
I'll consider.
Anyway, so that happens. Olive Oil leaves, and she's not paying attention, and she runs into Popeye, who is standing at the pier. And then she yells at him for
she starts berating him like he's done something, like they know each other. This is the first time that they meet.
No, it's not.
No, it's like the second or third time, because when they first
he's staying at
you're right. You are right. When they first meet in the house, she's berating him for listening in on her conversation
they're having right in fucking front of him.
Yeah.
And he's actively trying to not listen, and they won't. They And then they adopt a child. This doesn't make any fucking sense.
And that's what I was getting at. So after that little kerfuffle at the pier, they walk another 5 feet away because this town is only 20 feet long. Like, it's super freaking small. Then they're sitting down because it was so tiring. And this mother takes the basket that was all of Olive Oil's clothes, swaps it with her baby, which I will point out later on when Popeye takes care of the tax man and the baby starts getting passed around, the first person to pick up Sweet Pea is the mother and then hands it off to some other kid or some other person. Just saying that. So this is a town of like 25 people, 30 people.
And it's a port, right? That's like the whole thing.
I
and
guess.
Then there's just a man that walks around collecting. Is he supposed to be the mayor, or is he literally just a guy who...
He's a tax
man. He's just a tax man.
I think he is like either the Commodore's tax man or Bluto's tax man, because Bluto apparently is, a terrible person.
Yeah, and then because he was marrying Olive Oil, the family was getting like a tax break.
Yeah.
Or tax it up. Yeah. This was so stupid.
I don't know.
But see, guys, okay, that right there is just actually a shot at the American tax system and how taxpayers, work. If you're in with the people that are running the place, you don't have to pay taxes. But if you're not, you have to pay taxes on everything.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I also feel like this joke was done in another movie and done better. I feel like I've seen it somewhere else.
Maybe.
Yeah, I am like very curious if like the tax guy is a character in Popeye or if he was made for this movie as some type of like political satire. And if that's the case, I don't think it hit.
It did not
at all.
No,
in any conceivable way.
Nope.
This was very not good.
That's not true. He got hit when he got knocked down the log slide.
Well, but there were like let's see, there was a fun tax. There was
a loitering tax.
A loitering tax. There was a just being a kid tax.
Yep.
There was a curiosity tax.
Yeah. There was
a moving tax. There was a
parking your boat under the dock tax.
There was a time you got anything, you had to pay a tax.
Yeah.
And
he only took exact change because he didn't want to pay money back, I guess.
Yep.
Which actually sounds like tax man. So
yeah, exactly.
I did enjoy when Sweet Pea was predicting the future and Wimpy took him to the
horse races.
Like, that was kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh yes. The little fake horses, which then every time anybody won or lost, because it was an illegal gambling tax.
Yes. Also, there was the tax to go watch the illegal boxing match.
Yes, that too. Yep.
Tax for everything.
It's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And yet so true to life.
100%.
Can't enjoy anything anymore. Burn down all the taxes. Can you do that?
Can I what?
Can you burn down all the taxes?
Yeah, that's
with a little help.
Yeah, that's just destroying America and then have to rebuild everything. But with
isn't that where we're going anyway?
Well, anyway.
I'm sorry, did I shoot and miss with that joke there?
Yeah, a little bit. You clipped it.
I thought Chuck fell out of his seat.
That took me a minute. Holy shit, that's funny. All right, so I got the joke. Oh, I got the joke. No.
Good job, buddy.
Good stuff. Good
job, we do have a marker for animal abuse because the octopus definitely was getting hit.
Oh, absolutely. I've got that one in there. Yep.
Speaking of the octopus, when did this movie turn into hentai?
I can tell
this
you,
movie,
there was nothing at the end that said that the animals were not harmed in the making of this movie. So, because it was
a fake. It was a really terribly rubber octopus.
Was it?
Yes, it was. Because they actually said in IMDb they blew their budget, so that's why the octopus looks so bad. They couldn't
Is that
actually
why
make it
the
look good.
Pelican also looked terrible?
Yeah. Yep.
Holy
what?
shit!
The
The
Pelican.
Pelican in the beginning.
Yeah.
I legitimately thought that was supposed to be a carving, and it was like
So did I.
somebody's horn, or it was like a scope or something. I don't know. I didn't realize it was going to be the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen, trying to be an actual bird. Holy shit!
Yeah.
It was not
Terrible.
great. It was
No.
not great.
So yeah, that's all my notes.
I think the last thing I have. This is going to be a really short episode.
We got stuff to talk about. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I mean, literally anything but this movie, but
yeah, basically. I've got that Bluto was swimming out into nothing, so like I definitely put him down as the kill count as well, along with the octopus, because when Popeye obviously ate his spinach and shot him out of the water,
finally eats the spinach. Like
what was the point of that? Like,
it's the whole point of the movie. It's the origin stories of him finally figuring out the spinach is good for you.
I guess.
Do they still sell Popeye spinach? I haven't looked in a long time. Like I know that there's actually like a spinach company.
Well, I mean, isn't that why the cartoon was made, so they could sell spinach, because nobody wanted to eat spinach because it was disgusting in a can?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm sure it was all actually war propaganda, if I had to guess. Like if I had to guess, realistically speaking, spinach at the time was not stuff that they wanted to send to the war, right? Because everything else was getting canned to be sent to the war for fuel for soldiers. So they were trying to promote the sales of spinach here so people would stop eating all the other stuff that they were trying to send, which is stupid because spinach is actually really good for you, which just shows you how stupid they were in the
I'm pretty certain the stuff I'm pretty certain that the stuff they have in cans is not a good source of nutrients.
Also, the can is still being produced. It's to this day. So if you want to go buy Popeye spinach, you could.
Okay. It's not, I mean, I think it's a lot of anytime you cook a thing that is like full of good stuff, like spinach or kale or whatever, you're going to lose it just from the cooking process. Like you do lose the vitamins.
And all the stuff they have in cans is boiled, so
right. And they like you boil it in the can and stuff like that, but it does help preserve it. So like it's kind of the trade-off. Nowadays we are okay. Like we do it. Just don't let fucking media tell you that we're having shortages. We're never actually having shortages. We're constantly throwing out food all the time. Stop throwing out food. Anyway, the point is, spinach is gross. I'm not a big can.
I think I put so. I don't know, Chuck, if you have this in where you live, but we've got a flat top grill here. And I put spinach in my meal every once in a while. Like it's not.
Yeah, I mean, if spinach
stir fry. So
right, like spinach boiled and then just like thrown on top of something, fucking gross. But like, throw it in a pan with oil, salt, pepper, some garlic, onion. Do like so we have a dish in New York called Utica greens, which use escarole, but a lot of people before escarole would use spinach, like canned spinach for the dish, and it's like think of it kind of like a cheesy collard greens almost, and then you put Parmesan cheese, it's pancetta, escarole, onions, garlic, and red chili peppers, and you chop all that up, and then you like saute it. You put Parmesan cheese and breadcrumbs on top, and then you bake it really quick, just to like kind of melt everything. It's really good. Yeah. But they use spinach before they used escarole, so canned spinach is like perfect for that.
What is escarole?
Escarole is like a really kind of a delicate. Think of it kind of like a cross between a Swiss char and a bok choy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It holds it wilts, but it holds up really well to heat. Like it doesn't like turn to liquid like some leaves do when applied to heat.
Gotcha.
And it doesn't shrink. That's the other thing, like spinach does. It's decent. It's fine. It's full of water, so you got to really like
flavor it up.
Yeah, and you gotta like cook the shit out of it, or it's just kind of watery. It's good though.
So my last note I have, we can mark another one for our ragdoll count. When Bluto is punching Popeye and goes rolling down the pier.
Yeah.
And then when he like hammers him into the pier and he spins through, those two different ragdolls both look kind of bad.
Yeah.
I forget what our count is at for that now. Like it's not high. It's still single digits, I think. But
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
This, I mean,
again, this was
I had high. I'm not gonna say I had high hopes for this movie. Like it, I
remember thinking it was better.
So, I remember.
Oh, see, I've never seen. I have, again. This is another one of those times where I've realized I've never seen the actual full movie. And like I thought that maybe I had just missed the good parts, but I didn't. They just weren't there. You know who really loves this movie though is Jess. Jess really loves this movie and always has. And that's just because she loves Robert Williams.
You might want to stop before we get to the scores.
I mean,
like Jess.
Okay, I could see. I could see if you were a kid, if you were like a young kid, and you saw this movie, and it was like one of the first movies you'd ever seen, and all the slapstickiness is like something that you find funny. Yeah, I could get why this would be your favorite movie. I could. In the
80s, in the 80s, this would have been a
perfectly fine, normal,
decent movie. Yeah.
This would have been like, let's go watch Popeye for a quarter. You know what I mean?
Because you have the Popeye cartoon. Obviously, you've got Three Stooges who have been on TV for years.
Yeah.
Like you have that, like you said, the slapsticky stuff.
We have what was the show? All in the Family.
All in the Family. Three's not Three's Company. What's the one? Jeffersons. No.
Yeah. What's I was thinking the one that has the bigot as the dad. Is that All in the Family?
Is actually a lot.
Those were the days. Nothing like a big parade.
You got me there, but I don't know.
And they're like, hold on, let me see. Continue. I'll look it up.
Was it Seventh Heaven? Bigot as a dad? Seventh Heaven?
No. No.
Sorry, my bad.
That was a good one.
Thank you. No, that's really all. Is that all I have? Yeah, I have a comment about the town looking terrible, but I mean it's a pier town.
I think that that was all built, wasn't it? It was like a prop set.
They built all that, and then the legend is that they didn't want to tear it down, so they left it. I don't know if the legend is that they just left. I mean, they left it, but I don't know if it's just because
it's like an amusement attraction now.
It is now an attraction you go to, a tourist attraction, and apparently brings in money.
Yeah, it does pretty well. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they've added to it since then.
Oh, and probably reinforced some stuff. And
it's still the same shit they used to build it in that day, and it's like in Goofy movie when he takes into the possum park.
Lester's Possum Park. Love that movie. Can't find the check.
Hold on, I just can't fucking type apparently.
Okay.
So Joey and I went and watched a movie in theaters today.
Archie Bunker, All in the Family.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very Archie Bunker-esque humor. Kind of.
Okay.
Not. I mean, it is like the slappiness and the again,
it's very
domestic abuse.
It's very 80s, and it just doesn't work.
If domestic abuse doesn't make you laugh, are you really enjoying the 80s? No way.
Are you really a man? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't laugh at threatening to beat up your wife who loves you unconditionally, almost to a very questionable degree, are you?
Well, because she was supposed to.
In the 80s?
The script was.
Yeah, but it just imitates life here, Joey.
Yeah, I know. I know. Alrighty. I think that's. I've got nothing else. Either one of
I
you guys.
literally no.
We're stretching this out as far as we can, and it's not really working.
Chuck, have you watched the new episode of The Boys yet?
No.
Now, listen. By the time this episode comes out, The Boys have been over like a month and a half. So
yeah, I haven't actually watched it yet.
All right. Well,
I was trying to watch it, but I got back super late.
How many episodes have you watched so far?
I'm all caught up except for the last one.
Except for the last episode.
Gotcha. Because is it just me, or is this season just kind of lackluster?
Oh, you haven't gone. Are you caught up?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
I don't know. It's not doing it for me. I don't know.
I mentioned this on
Not even the titty milk.
No,
I didn't get you there. Oh,
no,
man.
I didn't even. You didn't get to see her tits. Like
sometimes
they will hang dong in this show 3 times a fucking episode.
Right. I feel like,
but we don't get to see a pair.
You know what? I'm glad they hang dong 3 times. It's about time to get more male front male nudity.
Sure, great.
Constantly getting boobs and bush. It's time that we hang some dong. Boys, hang your dongs. That's it. Let's go. Whip them out. You know, it's about time that men start stepping up. Women are constantly objectified with sexuality of having to expose themselves to script. Men, whip out your dinghies. Okay? We're not doing that.
Right now? You want me to do it right now?
I'm I said dicks too many times and we froze. There we go. There we go. Joey, it won't even fit on screen. Okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Joey's just over here like, yeah, let me get this sucker out.
Oh, sure. Okay. Well. Yep. All right. That's it.
So, how about that sports ball game?
Anyway, let's just move on here. So kill count. I counted 3. Castor was definitely killed in the boxing match. The octopus was killed because I'm gonna say when Popeye hit him, he knocked him on top of the cliff or whatever, and he didn't get down. And then Bluto died swimming out into the middle of nowhere.
Sounds accurate.
I mean, we're kind of reaching for that. We're kind of breaking your rules.
All of it technically, but whatever.
Yeah,
because we do see Castor. Although again, I'm gonna say he's a ghost.
Castor's ghost.
Yeah. Oh, Ron, what you got for bingo?
Obviously we had the talking trope where everybody had some kind of weird accent or time is period essential sound to their voices.
Yeah.
Government interference because the Commodore and the Taxman were technically the government of the area. Comic logic because everything in here is comic logic. Yeah. Animal cruelty. Betrayal by a friend because fucking Wimpy steals the baby.
Yeah.
There are a lot of sexual innuendos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And we had a lot of misogyny.
I feel like Wimpy didn't have enough of a stroke phase. Like the dude literally has had so many strokes because all he does is eat cheeseburgers. He didn't. Yeah, is this I guess this is an origin story. So this is pre-first stroke he's ever had.
And then we had.
I'll say I did appreciate the sign of we don't take credit, especially Wimpy in the in the bar.
And then we had fight for control of something because they were trying to get a hold of first the baby, Sweet Pea, and then the treasure.
Yeah. Yeah, the last bit of this movie, the last 15 minutes, I kind of checked out. I was watching it, but I really wasn't watching it.
Yep.
And that was literally.
I know that I saw the end of this movie, but I don't remember how it ends.
Yeah, because I remember that the Commodore was all against Popeye, saying that he was his son, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, you're definitely my son. When did that happen? Because again, I wasn't paying attention.
There was nothing to he didn't want he had already kind of won fights, but that wasn't good enough. I was expecting that to be the thing. Oh, you are my fight just like me or whatever.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that we look the same, talk the same, act the same.
Literally have the same arms.
Yeah, there's no way that's not hereditary. You know what I mean?
Right.
Fucking
The squinty eye or the pipe?
Both.
yeah.
All
Where actually they come out of the womb with tape in their mouth. Actually, just like their deformed tongue.
No, because Popeye finds his on the ground in the middle of the town, like
Yeah.
after he
literally
arrived.
goes, "Oh, there's my pipe. I've been looking for that," or something like that. He picks it up, but everybody's acting like they've never seen him before. That he's like this new stranger in town and nobody knows who he is.
Because
he's left his pipe there.
Well, maybe
Unless it was
he
his dad's
got
pipe and they
lost
cut
in a
that
storm or
pipe?
something. That could be it. That's probably it. Because Commodore is his dad. So
What you got for the spawn cape there, Chuck?
Oh. I mean, the octopus and the pelican looked fucking atrocious. We're supposed to actually be representations of actual animals. Again, they convinced me that they weren't. You know what I mean? Like they looked so bad, I just assumed that they were supposed to be fake.
Yeah.
I mean, like everything practical in this. Like everything that they did. If there was CG, I didn't notice it, but I must have also been paying attention because I can't imagine it would have been good.
I don't think there was. I mean, I could be wrong, but I also don't think there was any CG in this movie.
I don't think there was either.
This is like weirdly is this like a period piece kind of? It's a non-fiction. No, it's a fiction. It's a fictional period piece that's not of any particular period because its own IP. I don't know, like 42 out of 487. Like it doesn't look good, looks fine, but it just looks bad.
Yeah.
It just in general looked bad, but I think it would have looked bad back then.
That's fair.
I mean, this did win an award, a Razzie Award, but
okay, I was gonna say it had to have been a Razzie, yeah.
Yeah.
Were they even doing those back then?
They were.
Wow, Razzie's been around a lot longer. Is that what they give out blocks of wood? I don't
remember what they give out. I thought it was actually like a golden statue. But
I feel like I've seen a one award ceremony where it's just a block of wood written with Sharpie, but maybe I'm making that up.
That's Kids' Choice Awards, Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah, but they're giving the wood to those kids for sure. So
yeah, they are.
Oh yeah, Ron, you can do it, but I can't.
No, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Thank you. All right, my score.
Yes, what you got for a score?
All right, is this a Popeye movie? I guess. In all technical things, Popeye's in it. He does uncomfortably look like Popeye.
That's true. Other than the hair.
Other than the hair, again, it's maybe an origin story. Who knows? Do you think they had him shave his head and they were like, "Oh Jesus, no! Let's get a wig on him." Because it also doesn't look like his hair. Like it looked, I don't know. It was very strange.
Yeah, because I mean, in the 80s and
yeah, I guess that was the style.
He had a little bit more of a fro, but that also was Mork and Mindy.
I mean, that was the style though. Like getting a perm was like a style back in the day.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. This was not a I'm enraged and I hate the movie and I'm mad at Joe for making me watch it.
I'm mad at myself. Just saying.
I'm annoyed that I had to watch it. Like it's not bad and I'm like never going to watch it again. I'm definitely never going to watch this again, but I'm not mad like I was at Steel. I'm not mad at it like I was Catwoman. But I definitely did not enjoy it and I was very confused by it. 2.2? I guess. Yeah, I guess a 2.2. Like I've been singing it's large for 48 hours.
See, I feel like that would make my score go down if that got stuck in my head, but
my partner got so sick of me because of my fucking like stimming of that at one point. I was stimming so fucking hard over and over and over again. And she's like, she's literally sing anything else. We go, and he's tall. She's like, no, it's the fucking voice. And I'm like, I know it's the voice. I'm sorry.
When that scene came on, Emily called down. Was like, is that you? I'm like, yes, it's Shelley Duvall. She's singing. Like, oh, I thought it was a cat. I'm like, yeah, sorry. Popeye. I don't know.
It's really
you tell your partner I'm sorry about that.
Nah, she doesn't care. It's
okay.
Fine. Yeah. She doesn't know most of you exist anyway. It's fine.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. This movie was something, and it was not enough to keep my attention. Simon was in here watching it with me, and he was just kind of like, "What the heck is going on?" You know. I did get to finish Rogue in the Hut, so there is that. I don't know. It just wasn't. I feel like they could have done a lot more with it. The one thing they did do pretty well was the costumes, I think, other than Popeye's head. Because, like, Olive Oil's dress looked like Olive Oil's dress, for the most part. Yeah. You know, Popeye's outfit looked like Popeye's outfit. Sweet Pea's outfit looked like Sweet Pea's outfit. Wimpy, you know, they looked like their characters they played. But it still wasn't, I don't know. I gave it a 2.31 because I know how to use double decimals.
Wow. That's nice of you. we only need one of us to do it to like break it up enough. So.
Well, it's really breaking up our own.
Yeah, it's for our personal scores, is what Joey was worried about.
Yeah, but I've been doing decimals since the start, so
that is true.
Yeah.
All right, Joey, what you got, bud?
I'm gonna try and do some positives for this, which because that's I don't know.
Joey's like I said, he started a new thing. He's trying to be positive, find the positive in life. You know.
Yeah.
I'm positive this movie was dumb.
Doesn't make good content.
I enjoyed the boxing match. I enjoyed Sweet Pea's gambling. I said that earlier. That's about it. I mean, I agree that the costumes were pretty good. Accents were terrible. The movie was trash. The commercial, watching it on Pluto TV and having all those commercials.
The commercials.
Annoying as fuck.
Fucking insane. Like the only thing that I will say for the commercials is they made me reminiscent of being a kid because every time a commercial would come on, I'd leave the room.
Yeah, literally every time a commercial come on, I'd pop on my phone. I'd start playing a game or something. Yeah, no, the songs were not great.
They were garbage. They were all terrible.
Yeah,
even his version of Popeye the Sailor Man was bad.
Because he wasn't even really singing it. It was like, I am
mumbling it.
Yeah, like, what do you do? Okay, whatever. So yeah, I gave this a 2.45. Like it was. It's not great. I didn't have a terrible time, but I don't ever plan on watching this ever again. Like I'm not upset that I watched it. Like I'm happy I finally seen it, but I'm not. Now I know that I don't ever have to watch it ever again.
Correct.
And again, it's really interesting the fact that Robin Williams still had a career after this. I will say, according to IMDb, Shelley Duvall enjoyed doing this movie because Stanley Kubrick apparently was torturing her on The Shining. So, like, it was a very drastic change, and she going from that to this. So that I guess that helped out her a little bit.
Yeah, I've heard some like not great things about what happened on The Shining.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. But that being said, we got a combined score of 2.32, which drops it in at number 98.
Wow!
Out of 108 movies, it is just behind Hulk from 2003 at 2.43, and just above the Invincible Iron Man cartoon from 2007 at a 2.25.
Okay.
That actually makes sense because I would probably. No, I mean, I wouldn't watch any of them again.
I would watch Hulk. Definitely watch Hulk over this.
That's fair. I would also watch Hulk over this.
I mean, honestly, I'd watch Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, over this, but Sheena's under it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I would probably watch that also.
What's up?
Huh?
2 scores versus 3 scores?
That, yeah. Probably. Yeah. But, I mean, Sheena also wasn't really a good movie.
No. But it did have one thing that this movie didn't have that made it better.
Boobs.
Yep.
Boobs. The answer is always boobs.
Especially with Ron.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's a good answer, guys, all right?
Yeah.
We've got Red Sonja below this one, too.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That was terrible.
Yeah, but
I would probably still watch Red Sonja over this, though, too. Yeah. All right, so we're going to retroactively change our scores.
Everything goes up by a point.
Actually, Red Sonja is at 1.03, so it will still be below Popeye.
Yeah.
I did like the boxing scene. I've been thinking about it because I thought it was King Kong Bundy at first, so I did, and I now realize it wasn't, but I thought at the time it was.
Yeah, and then I mean, still bad things about this movie. You get the scene in the food house, the rough house, whatever it was called, where all of these guys are picking on Popeye, and then they basically make all the patrons apologize. And then later on in the movie, they're all chummy with Popeye. Like, literally the whole town is fine with him now.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
No, so. Well, that's
So Chuck, where can they find you, buddy?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok, Kicked Out of the Hood, No Ian Kicked. You can find my hobby page over at Kicked Out of the Hobby, No Ian Kicked. You can... Nah, you're probably not going to find Elite Eight Showdown anytime soon. But if you do, check the archives. Well, there's some stuff going on. But you can check out the archives. Get ready for it. We'll be recording again soon. Just some scheduling conflicts. So, yeah.
Yep.
Ronald, where can they find your ass?
Planted right here on my couch. Now, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Good at This Game. You can find my art on Instagram at Good Art This Game, and on a couple of our shirts on Redbubble and TeePublic. And you can find me on this podcast, obviously. Joey?
Instagram and Threads, Comic Book Rundown. Email us, comicbookrundown@gmail.com. Rate and review us on your podcasting app of choice. If you do, we'll read an upcoming episode. Like Ron just said, we've got merch over on Redbubble and TeePublic with new merch going up periodically. Should be by the time you guys are hearing this, we should have our new Rogue in the Hut shirt up there. If I remember to put it up there. And then our song was done by Cam.
So very specifically, I'm also going to have to do a shirt for Emily now because she requested it. So
she just requested the drawing, not the shirt.
I guess that's true.
You also have another one in the works, right? Like you'd written something else down like a week or two ago.
I'll have to go back through my notes and figure it out because I'm sure there's something else that I wrote down. I just don't remember what.
That's fine.
There's a lot.
That's right, the Xenomorph Union Buster shirt.
yes, I want that one because I will wear that to work all the time.
Hell yeah!
Holy shit, I forgot it. That's a good joke. Oh my god.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for listening. Our next movie is going to be The Terminator from 1984.
Yeah!
The Terminator.
So very much Terminator franchise, despite its decline, is still one of my favorites ever. But I haven't actually watched the original Terminator in a very long time.
It's been a minute for me. I've actually watched almost I think the Sarah Connor Chronicles, I never finished the show. Like I watched first season and enjoyed it.
I love that show.
But I didn't finish season 2. But I enjoyed, I mean, they're not great, but I've seen every single Terminator.
I have seen the first 2, and that's it.
The third one was I liked the third one, but I saw it when I was a kid, and I thought the girl Terminator is a cool concept. I feel like a step back, being a exo or like a skeleton with the liquid skin on top. Felt like kind of a step back in a lot of ways. But when you have a just fucking gangbusters movie like T2 is, it's hard. Yeah,
capture that. Yeah,
and yeah, but it will be very interesting to see going back and rewatching this now because I've seen T2 so many times because I love that movie objectively.
I honestly think I saw Terminator 2 first before I watched Terminator.
Yeah,
I did also.
Also same. It wasn't until I went back.
But. Yeah, so we'll talk about that all next week. So that being said, thank y'all for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Bye. That was Popeye. He's large. Scooby-Doo. I hate everything about this.
The ending?